I've never said this to your face. Maybe once upon a time you were a pioneer. What you have become is a cancer. You are a cancer to that locker room. You are a cancer in my brain. You are a cancer to this business. And cancer does not cure itself. The only way to defeat it is to cut it out. So in 1 week, you bring your fistful of arrows. I'll bring my eyes of fire and my heart full of hate and rage, and I will burn you to the ground.
It is on. Punk and Rollins headlining what is arguably the most loaded card in Raw history. A history that comes with great gratitude for the wonderful relationships developed here on USA Network, which will remain the home to Friday Night SmackDown. But it'll be these two. The Raw on Netflix debut a week from tonight. A nuclear, heated, bitter rivalry with Raw's debut on Netflix next week.
Get ready! We'll say get ready. Get ready for the worst Raw review on the internet. The worst Raw review on the internet. STRAWS, Raw. With Eric B and Randy C. Chickens of bananas and fresh roast beef. This is STRAWS, Raw.
Randy likes his candy. He enjoys candy on New Year's Eve. His name's Randy. He's so dandy. We're doing an episode, oh, that surprised me, but I can go at 10:30. Randy.
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B. They call me the Raw Dog. And I'm here on New Year's Eve on the Huge Pop Radio Network, bringing you the STRAWS Raw Review. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. You know I'm not by myself. You know I'm rolling hard with my PIC, my puppy in crime. It is Randy C., a.k.a. Randy New Year's Baby. What's up, Randy?
It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new year. Hi, Eric B. Hey, everybody, Happy New Year. It's me, Randy C. And as usual, we're powered by something. And still, we are powered by Huge Pop Radio. Go to hugepopradio.com or iHeartRadio or anywhere you download your podcasts and music. Join Jimmy and Donnie every week as they give you the wrestling news, the rumors, the pops and flops, and an interview. Join them every Wednesday night too at 11 p.m. on TSN 690, and they want to thank them for their continued support. That's Huge Pop Radio with Jimmy and Donnie. We're also powered by the SmackDaddies, the East Coast podcasting champions of the world. And if you listen to Trivia Bells, I got worked of the world. Brad the Dad and Father Greg for, if he's there this week or not, I don't know, this guy takes more vacation than anything else, it's like a union. But they go over their SmackDown review every single week. Brad's daughter, though, has been subbing in, and she's been doing a pretty good job, so she may be the new star of the show. That is the SmackDaddies, Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews, the NXT Review. Join Steve every week, normally happens every Wednesday afternoon, and he gives you the week's NXT WWE review. And a new show coming on to the network, The Ringside Five, starring George Mackay and Michelle Arugio. They'll go over their top fives every Saturday or Sunday here on the Huge Pop Network. Go to facebook.com/Huge Pop Radio to look them up today. We're also powered by Testicular Cancer Canada.
Okay, so I checked your brake pads, they're fine.
Great.
Coolant was a little low, so I topped it up, now it's fine. Tire pressure, fine. Oh, and testicles.
Oh.
Yeah, all good.
Great. Thanks.
Yes, that's Testicular Cancer Canada, because nobody is going to check them for you. And last but not least, Chiquita Bananas. Why, Monroe?
Monkeys never collapse.
No, they never cramp, and neither does testicular cancer. It really gets at you. But Eric B., Happy New Year. How are you, sir?
I'm good, especially after that, Powered by ad. I'm definitely gonna get on that in the new year. Gonna reach out to those fine folks and have them give me a good checkaroo. No, I mean I'm 40. You might as well do it.
Well, we're good friends. I can do it for you if you want.
Yeah, okay, but I'm not coughing for you.
You have to cough.
You're gonna have to search it out manually.
No gloves. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make sure I shave. Guys, Merry post-Christmas in this week of nothingness, as I like to call it. This is definitely limbo. If limbo was in reality, the week in between Christmas and New Year's is definitely limbo week. There's just nothing going on. You wake up every day and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to work. But is there anything else happening with my life? No, not until January 2nd. But for us, it seems like it's not until January 6th. Because, Randy, I don't know if you know it.
What's that?
Raw's coming to Netflix on January 6th.
No.
I know.
I thought my Temu order was coming in. I had chocolates that I've been waiting for. My mail, the bills in Canada Post mail.
Yep.
Tell me more about this Netflix. What is it, and why is Raw going there?
I don't know. It's this popular streaming service. It rivals against other movie stores such as Blockbuster. Randy, quick side note: did you ever order a movie on Netflix to come to your house, like before the streaming service existed in Canada? Did you ever order that film to come to your house?
I did, which was almost like not online. But my local grocery store, just like Blockbuster and everybody else had too, had the Netflix box where you could definitely rent the movie from there, and then you had to return it to that box.
Oh, geez, that's so old school. That's so old school to think that we actually used to do this. And people still buy DVDs, wrestling DVDs and stuff like that, still collect them. But is there any value in them? I don't think so. You got to look for those VHS cassettes, baby. Anyways, Randy, I'm doing good. I had a good Christmas. Christmas. I feel like it needs to be pronounced sometimes, or some songs always pronounce it Christmas for some reason. But yeah, no, I had a nice holiday season. The stockings were hung along the chimney with care, or with lots of powered by tequila, one or the other. Was caring about something for sure. Was caring about downing them shots of tequila with eggnog. No, that was delicious though. This is my first year that I had an eggnog margarita. And it was so good. It was so freaking good, dude.
Tell us more about this eggnog margarita. What's in it?
You take a little eggnog. You take just tequila. You take some cinnamon, throw it on top afterwards. It's all you really need. A little lime juice if you're into it. But in my opinion, I like it a little bit more without said lime juice. Chill it over ice. Serve it up in a nice short glass. You never want to get, honestly, dude, if you're drinking a margarita and it comes in a martini glass, then you just got to return that shit. That's just the way I think about it. Always got to come in a nice short glass like Julian would have in his hands on his rum and coke days. You know Julian from Trailer Park Boys.
Of course, man. We're Canadian.
Yeah. He's, even even if we weren't Canadian, I think that we probably still know about the man. Maybe not as Julian, but maybe as that guy that's always drinking rum and cokes. Um, Quick side note, I've met the Trailer Park Boys multiple times, and I would like to say that Julian, each time I've met him, is definitely the star of the show. He's the move it along now, buddy kind of guy. Bubbles, a little quiet. Mike Smith, a little quiet. But Rob Wells, aka Ricky, that guy is a goddamn gem. So, in case they're listening to the show, Happy New Year's, Trailer Park Boys. We still love you.
We love you to pieces.
I actually watched the dude. Yeah, they are absolutely. You can see it on Wells's face more than anybody, for sure. Ricky, because Ricky always had that joyful youthfulness to him of stupidity, where he always seemed that he was a kid. So now seeing him in his current age, yes, it's definitely very different. Lots of wrinkles, but one hell of a nice guy. I hit him with a Rickyism the last time I saw him, got him to laugh his little ass off. It was so good. Yeah, we're going off on a little side note here, but Randy, I mean, New Year's Eve is a time to reflect. It's a time for new beginnings for a lot of people. In my case, I'm going to be the same person in 2025 that I was in 2024, and y'all are just going to have to deal with it. Just being honest.
Okay.
Just being honest here. But as we are looking into the new year, and we are looking into Monday Night Raw on January 6th on Netflix live, we got one hell of a card lined up for us, dude. A card which I was thinking this morning in the shower. It's a weird thought to be having in the shower, but I was thinking as I was having a shower this morning and washing my loins.
Checking for your testicular cancer.
No, that's your job. That's your job. I leave that for you. And I was thinking to myself, how the hell is Netflix, like, say, for example, you are a casual fan and this is your first time turning into Monday Night Raw and you're getting hit with literal main event after main event after main event for what we've seen on Raw for the last year, in my opinion, right? Like all of the matches that are on this card could potentially be slotted to main event level on the former Monday Night Raw. How the hell are they going to keep up after this debut? Like, if you were expecting this much action, this much big names, are we just going to power load Monday Night Raw and leave SmackDown to just die? Like, what's going to happen with the week after this week of Monday Night Raw?
Well, SmackDown is staying on USA. I don't know if a lot of people understand that.
Yeah, it is. It's staying there, but in Canada, we're going to get it on Netflix.
In Canada, actually, Canada as of January 1st is getting the USA Network to their cable packages. I don't know if you knew this as well. But yes, we are getting it on Netflix as well. You're right. Coming up, how are they going to keep Netflix with this week after week PLE or pay-per-view card? I think they're going to have to. 100%. What my advice, and I'm not a booker, I would do it like every 2 or 3 week segments. Like you have CM Punk and Seth Rollins right now that is really, really hot, right? So have them on 3 weeks in a row, then switch it up so they can have a week or two break. Like, you know what I mean? And put the second main event now first. Like, you know what I mean? And give it a little break to the next pay-per-view. There is a shifting that they're going to have to do because these guys are going to get tired out real, real quick. But the interest will be there. Like, I don't know about you. I've had people left, right, and center that don't even watch wrestling, that know that WWE is coming to Netflix and asking me to know more, like Jeremy Bowles every weekend, right? So they're asking, hey, you're the wrestling guy. Well, did you know Raw's coming to Netflix? Yes, I did. No, not really. Eric just reminded me this morning. But yeah, I think Eric's looking it up right now and seeing that USA is coming to. There's a lot of changes in 2025 in the cable world. WB is coming to Discovery, and USA is going to be a standalone channel in Canada. So,
man,
but I don't know how they're going to do it. They're going to be tired.
The WB, a network that was entirely saved by Superman. Superman saved all of us. You know, well, he saved. Well, you would think so, but Crypto saves him in the trailer. So
you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, Randy. Okay, so Raw January 6th. Big matches on the way. Big surprises that we've already kind of been teased with. Lots and lots, which is coming. We're already advertising the Royal Rumble as well on Netflix is coming soon, so that's great. We're going to get some surprises, man. I know we've got a lot of things that we know which is going to happen, but tell me if there's one person that you want to be surprised by on January 6th, who is it? Who is coming out, cutting a promo, saving somebody, dropping a finisher? Who is it going to be?
That's a good question. With everything that's going on right now, there could be a whole bunch. So are we talking about a person from the past coming, or a person from another company? Or are we talking, like, what are you asking? Anything?
I am asking for what is your surprise huge pop on Monday Night Raw? In your opinion, what is your surprise huge pop? Because they already...
It's set up in the stones with Rey Mysterio. Penta will be there.
I know, but like it's not really once we get so many teasers, it's not really a surprise anymore.
Okay,
right?
So let me think. Miley Cyrus. I don't know what you're asking me. Stone Cold?
Dude,
like, who do you
I
think
would
then?
like.
Please explain.
I would love it if Miley
Carpenter.
Cyrus showed up. Oh man, Sabrina Carpenter is mid as hell. You guys can hate me as much as you want to hate me, but my God, if I look at Sabrina Carpenter, I'm seeing a 13-year-old girl to this very day. And I don't know how anybody is into it. But anyways, okay, let's stop. Let's stop.
Hey, please do.
Should we?
Who do you? I don't know why you know. Like with that question,
I would just ask you. Okay, give me a legend. Who's a legend who's showing up that's not slated?
Probably Stone Cold. I would do Stone Cold just for nostalgia pop. Like, who is there left? Like, if you really think, there's nobody really left there that you could. You can't bring back Brock.
The obvious answer of somebody that you're going to bring, is Hogan. But the thing is, are they going to go with Hogan with all the things that he said in the past and their new direction and Netflix being so diverse? I don't know if that's going to be the guy to go with. You can't deny that Hulk Hogan is the reason, like, probably the main reason why a lot of us still watch wrestling today, you know, at least us in the demographic that me and Randy are in. It's probably the reason why we're here in the first place. And still, kids today, if you show them Hogan stuff, they love it. So there's a reason why he's money and so valuable to the company. I just don't know.
They're saving him, though. I think so, for the next Saturday night main event, right? I think so.
I love your idea. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin is the guy to go to. He wasn't there at WrestleMania. He's been off the screen for a long time. That is a guy that fucking glass shatters, and that pop is massive. That is I was going to say the same thing. Surprise, huge pop. I want it to be Stone Cold. I'd like it to be Stone Cold.
Steals the winged eagle off of Kevin Owens.
But I think it's going to be somebody a little bit less entertaining. So it could be. I think it could be Hogan. Honestly, I think that Hogan is just. We know he's available. We know he does anything for money.
Yeah.
On a dime, just like that. But with all the political stuff and everything that's happened recently, they probably keep him off the screen.
Oh, did I tell you? I know this is a little side tangent. I got to with my brother.
I love side tangents, Randy. This is what people come here for. They don't want to hear about Monday Night Raw.
No, seriously, they did, when we were doing the trivia bells there, my brother came over. I don't know if I told you this. My brother met Hulk Hogan in the summertime and took the shirt off his back and got it signed and gave it to me. I tried to put it on. Yeah, I swear to God. I'll show you a picture. I'll send you a picture as we're talking or whatever. But literally, I go, I'm 215 pounds right now. I could try this shirt on. Holy fuck. I look like a pipe cleaner and a wife beater. It's funny. But sorry, I apologize. Keep going.
No, that's great. That is so great. So he just met him randomly? Like he didn't go to the beach shop?
No, he did go to the beach shop just because of me. I'm going to Florida a whole bunch this year.
Yeah.
His wife works there. So he literally walked in and he said, "Oh, my brother loves you so much. I'd pay the top price to take that shirt off your back." And he goes, "Okay," and took his shirt off the back and he signed it. And Ron got a picture of it, and that's why he dropped it off. He had it for 6 months and he hasn't seen it. So thank you, Ron, by
dude.
the way. Even though
Yeah.
I like Macho Man, I was never a Hogan fan, but it's all good.
It's still pretty cool. Yeah, me too. I mean, like I was always a Hogan fan, but as I grew older, I started to understand wrestling a little bit more, and Macho Man became like my go-to. That's my guy. If I talk about old wrestling matches, I'm going to tell you to watch Macho Man matches. I'm going to tell you to find an old match between Macho Man and Bret Hart from Saturday night's main event, actually, which is pretty fucking awesome. So go ahead and search that stuff out right now.
So keep talking. I'm going to go
Anyways.
find it. I'm going to put myself on mute. Keep talking to the people and entertain.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, Randy, it's actually crazy. It's funny that Randy brings up the Hogan Beat Shop, meeting Hogan, having a T-shirt for 6 months, all that long story. I had a friend who, when she was there, she went to the beat shop for me, and she got me a T-shirt. So that Hogan shirt was definitely obtained. I don't know if it was signed. Unfortunately, we lost her before that time that I got to see her again and get that shirt. So a little bit of a somber note there, folks. But again, as we talk about the new year and moving forward and reflecting on the past, we have to talk about the people who are important to us that are not here anymore too. So unfortunately, that does come hand in hand with reality sometimes. But Randy is just in the background trying to squeeze himself into a shirt right now, looking like, I don't know, maybe this is his kink in the process. Who knows? He has definitely been vacuum sealed into this shirt if he puts it on. That's a sweet shirt, brother. That is a sweet shirt. That is a sweet ass shirt, dude. That's nice. Yes, but I was rambling on, and I brought up a somber moment too. But we are back to happiness when Randy comes back onto the air, because Randy is my source of happiness, folks. Just like I'm Randy's source of happiness every morning as he's trying to do last minute edits, and I'm sending him ridiculous messages. We're side tangenting, but I think that's kind of the theme of the episode this week, Randy, is to go on little tangents and go on little rants. What do you think?
100%. And hint, East Coast dads. That's why Eric took you out.
Yes.
Because I complain too much that every Tuesday morning when I'm about to do this podcast, I get 90,000 messages in our group, super duper group chat, secret, whatever you guys used to call it, while I'm trying to listen and edit some voice clips, and it's Greg talking about Tiffany Stratton or whatever he talks about. I love you, Greg, but we had to take him out. So sorry, Brad, about that. I just couldn't take it anymore, and gave a clothesline to hell to Eric, and I said, "Smarten up." We were doing a little Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa DIYing amongst ourselves. Everybody thought it was us, but guess what? We were more together than not. So, you know what? Maybe we should get into this, because there is a lot of sidetracking that we did this episode.
Well, I mean, I kind of don't want to get into it. No, you're not doing that. No, it's not happening.
Goodbye, USA.
God
from
damn it.
the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
Eric, please tell us more.
Listen, Randy, this is the best way that just happened, okay? That is the best way that just happened, because not only is this the last time of the year that you have the chance to steal my gimmick, but what the hell is a Toyota?
Toyota.
No, going forward, it's Toyota. The Toyota. The Toyota.
Toyota Mitsubishi.
The Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Oh, my Lord. Randy, this is our last show of the year. Let's wrap it up, right? Okay?
Okay, sorry.
Let's move on. Like, Raw is moving on to the USA Network. And, man, all of these years of history with the USA Network. Did you see the little post that they made with all the pictures of some of the past matches? Amazing, dude. Honestly, I completely forgot about it. But we're talking about decades and decades of a relationship, and still a good relationship. I don't think they ended on sour terms at all. USA was happy to keep them going, happy to keep them on TV in the midtime between this merger to Netflix. So I think it's all worked out pretty well for everybody.
I do too. There's one really weird thing with them promoting Netflix left, right, and center. If I was on US, I'd say, hey guys, just calm down just a tad. You know what I mean? But maybe because of, like you said, the relationship that they had, they were like, good for you guys, go make some money. Now we're gonna lose millions of viewers every week. And,
Yeah.
But that post was good, and that's what you do. It's like you married your best friend, and you're getting a divorce, but you're still best friends. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, we still have a relationship. The kids still spend time with both of us. We co-parent as needs be. With SmackDown now being the kids, right? Who will stay with you if they? Yeah, exactly. The one that people like more because it's on Friday night. No, not really. Everybody likes Monday Night Raw. That's why everybody on the network is messaging Randy all the time saying, hey guys, in case STRAWS ever stops going, can we do a Raw podcast? And we're like, no, because STRAWS is never leaving. We are always going to be here. We're never going anywhere.
100%.
Should have stopped.
We might though, because we've been tangenting so long on this aspect. And I said, Eric, let's make this a quick episode. And I think he's doing it on purpose now. So we might be going somewhere. So please reach out even more.
Listen, this is our New Year's Eve episode, and we are phoning it in when it comes to the wrestling aspect as much as possible. I'm just telling you that right now. Okay. The New Day aren't phoning it in though. They're here. The crowd hates them. They don't like them. But you know who interrupts them? Yeet, and he yeets his way all the way down through the crowd. People in the crowd are just amazed as they see a man yeeting so many times on the way to the ring. It makes it makes no sense. The guy's saving himself up for this. What do you think? His energy? No,
100%. I'm a yeeter myself. It is way over, as the kids would say. It's very skibbity.
Is it Sigma?
I don't know what Sigma means. I don't even know what skibbity means. I was just saying the word. But yeah, yeeting is good. I've seen a lot of yeeting over the WWE Holiday Tour too, so I like it. It makes me happy.
It was last week when I understood that what Riz actually meant. I knew what it kind of meant. Like he got that Riz, but now I actually got the short form of charisma to Riz. So yeah, I'm old, guys. That's it. But you know who's not old? No, he's a little old. Jey Uso, and he's there. The bloodline pops up with the screen to say, hey, Jey, you should have stuck with them instead of going back to good old Roman Reigns. So we're going to keep that narrative going. Keep in mind, Jey Uso doesn't like the New Day. He starts up a New Day sucks chant, which is great. Does the whole clap along and everything. But the crowd is trying to warn Jey, turn around, turn around. You can hear fucking thousands of people screaming, and Jey is just not paying attention as Drew McIntyre, Scottish psychopaths his ass in the ring and knocks him down, tries to give him a Glasgow kiss, but he can't. He can't do it because all the referees come back. But guess what? Spoiler alert, he comes back and he does it anyway. And he tells Jey, you're next. The funny thing about him telling Jey that you're next is he told him that after he kicked his ass.
Yeah, but he is next on the, I guess, bloodline list. What happened? Where's Jimmy? Why isn't Jimmy next?
He already did it. He already took him out. He's not next. He already beat his ass up, man. That's when you move on and you kick somebody else's ass.
You have a match.
I know.
Then you be okay. But yeah, you're right. But yeah, it looks like
it's wrestling.
Oh, sorry.
It's wrestling. So yeah, Jimmy is next. Jimmy, I guess, is next on the list after Jey. And then after that, who knows? Maybe we're leading all our way back to Drew and Roman some way. That would be fun. I'd like that. I'd like that a lot. Yeah. Plant some seeds there, folks. Plant some seeds. Moving on. There's a match between Otis and Chad Gable. It's Otis versus Chad Gable. If you want to go ahead and watch the match, it definitely happened, folks. It did happen. Chad Gable beat Otis. So yeah, that happened. I feel like Otis beating Chad Gable would have been a really nice way to end this year. I feel like after everything that's going on with those guys, who needs that win more? Otis or Chad? Otis needs that freaking win. He has nothing, man. Chad Gable has looks. He has abs. Otis has Maxine Dupree. Not really. She just got engaged.
Yeah, to that NXT dude. But yeah, Chad Gable wins via that grapevine ankle lock. But you're right. Why not Otis? It's a new year. going into the Netflix era.
Randy, when you were a wrestler, did you ever date any other wrestler?
Wrestler, no.
Yeah, because why do these wrestlers always date each other?
There's a saying back in the 50s that we used to have, don't shit where you work. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't shit where you eat.
Where you eat, sorry. Work, eat.
Oh, in the case of Jey Uso, don't shit where you eat?
Yeah, that's it. But
Ooh.
you're around them all the time. It's 2024, right? You have to. So in order to do your travel schedule, even though lightened up as of the year, I can see why they do. Congratulations, Maxine, on it, on your engagement. But
lots of men everywhere in the world crying. But as long as if she keeps that OnlyFans open, people won't care. No, she doesn't have an OnlyFans, but she will one day. Spoiler alert.
Exactly. When they realize the smart ones, they just quit and open up an OnlyFans and make more money than they did in the WWE.
Seriously, don't work at all. Don't have to wrestle. Just take some pictures, do some TikTok dances, pile up your money.
It's not like
jump
they already
in some
don't
money.
do the TikTok dances either. You're bringing.
Oh man, yeah, they're wild on TikTok. WWE recently, especially like Rhea and what's her name, Naomi. Naomi's in every single one of them. Trinity Fatu's in all of them. TikToks, girl, shaking that booty. On Christmas Day, did you see that little video that's circulating the internet with Rhea doing the
twerking?
I love that. I love Rhea doing the little grave pose. Yeah. I don't know why she did that pose beside a bum.
Let's back on track. Yeah, so Chad Gable wins by a grapevine ankle lock, which was a good match, but again, we wanted Otis to win.
Yes, we did. All right, so Rhea Ripley is there. She wants her title back. Liv is laughing about how hurting Rhea Ripley, and that's blah, blah, blah. Judgment Day also has plans for Rhea Ripley and the War Raiders, a.k.a. the Biker Raiders. Okay, that's cool.
Biker mice from Mars. When you said that last week, that's what came into my head. Like after we cut off, but yes, you're right.
They do a nice little tribute later on to a fallen comrade that everyone's been going on and on about.
Yes.
Randy, maybe you can fill me in on the guy a little bit more. Maybe
they were talking about. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff on him before.
Yeah,
It's not really well known, and I'm sorry for that circumstance. The NWA. Are you talking about Tony? Not Tony. Oh, jeez, I don't know his name off by heart. So
was it Dane or is it like
Dane? Something. Former NWA champ. I apologize.
Me too.
In front of me.
Me too. With that being said, it seems like every wrestler knows him. So definitely a loss for the community there. Okay, R-Truth versus P Dunne. It's not really a match. That's it. Pete Dunne just jumps him, and that's all. Dakota Kai is ready to do her shit later on today. Okay, amazing. Dakota Kai and Zoe Stark, they have a women's intercontinental title tournament semifinals match. This is a match to determine who has the worst finisher involving a kick or knee strike. And the winner is Dakota Kai with the absolute worst kick I've ever seen in my life. She does a go to sleep, kind of like kick to the face, soccer kick thing. But that kick lands directly in the midsection of Zoe Stark, leaving her incapacitated after multiple deadly moves up until that point. Kicks to the face? No. Kick to the rib cage? You're out, and that's it. That's the match. 8 minutes and 20 minutes. Sorry, 8 seconds. 8 minutes.
The detonator kick has put Eric B off the rail, off track.
Fucking terrible. What a god-awful finish, and what a god... You know what? Randy made a good point before we started. Guys, I mean, it's a good match. It's a decent match. Like, the match is okay itself. That kick is so bad. These two women are mixing in the ring. They have the chemistry of water and oil, and it is just so obvious from the beginning all the way to the end.
That's the thing, eh? When you watch a match and it's good, and then the finish is absolutely garbage, it changes your mind about everything. One little thing. You say never judge a book by its cover. Fine, that's cool. But when you get to the end and it's garbage, why do you want to see any more of it? And that's the
that is the theme of both of these women matches tonight for the women's Intercontinental title semifinals. Raw, I mean, they're like, we got to get this together so we can have this match on Raw on Netflix. We got to do this now. We got to shove these down people's throats as fast as possible. Let's make it happen, guys. We're stuck to this tournament and we have to go forward with it. That's it. Judgment Day versus Damian Priest and the War Raiders, aka the Biker Mice from Mars, happens. So you have the Biker Mice from Mars and the transsexual Undertaker in a match between Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Finn, let's brand everything Balor. They're branding literally everything. His arm sleeve says BLR on it, for Christ's sakes, man. I'm not buying that.
No?
No, who's buying? Like, honestly, what kid is going to the event? Like, if they have those at the merch stand, what child is going to the event and be like, Daddy, Daddy, Dad?
Sorry. Sounds like yours, if you had kids. So like they would be going, can you please do it again? So I didn't understand the last part. You had an accent.
Daddy?
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're not buying that shit. They're not buying that shit at all. But anyways, the War Raiders are in the ring. And guess what? They're going to remind you to chant war. That's going to be it. That's what's going to happen during this match. This match is actually very oddly clean as to what I was expecting to happen here. A little bit of Carlito mixing things in here, a little bit, but nothing much. Ultimately, transsexual Undertaker and the Biker Mice from Mars, they end up getting the win here, like we all knew they would. We knew that they would, right?
100%. Because of course, Judgment Day can't win anything again. They're on the Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn trail. Well, let's talk about it now. I've heard many people, and this includes our own very own Donnie DeSilva and everything, talking about this. Wins and losses don't really count. It's the story that makes it. I agree to that. I agree to that to the most of the point. But if you see somebody losing consistently, it's a psychological thing in your head that you think they're just going to lose. A Dominic Mysterio, a Sami Zayn. We did it with Drew McIntyre last year. Remember this? In our heads.
Yeah.
You have to make them win sometimes, or win. I'm not saying this match here was important, but in some important matters, just to keep it that they are relevant. Yes, not everybody can be a Kevin Owens. Not everybody can be a gatekeeper, I guess you can say. But even with a gatekeeper, they get some wins. I don't like this jumping on, I'm going to go on a 4-win hot streak, and then jumping on, I'm going to take 40 losses, and then go wrestle for the Intercontinental belt. No, that doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah, this is what's happening here with the Judgment Day currently. I apologize. I'm right.
No, I agree with you 95%. I'll tell you why. Because there are certain stars, like if you put them into a title, you're 100% right. If you throw Sami Zayn into a title fight after losing his last 12 matches, it makes no sense. But if you have a guy like Ludwig Kaiser, who has never really won anything, who's lost 10 matches in a row, going into a feud with Braun Breaker, potentially to win the IC title, we still think that he looks strong and looks great. So there's two sides to that coin, right? Obviously, Kaiser can't continue to lose for another year, match after match after match, and think that we're going to take him seriously as a threat. That's the issue.
The Shinsuke effect. That's a perfect example. Yeah. Perfect example of it, right? Shinsuke, they had to take him away a little because of the Shinsuke effect. Now the guy can't be beaten, which is good. That's the way Shinsuke is. Like Shinsuke is a prime example of it. But I've heard it in like 10,000 podcasts, including Huge Pop, our very own, which you can catch every Wednesday night on TSN 690 or on any podcast platform. But that's the reason. You just got to win sometimes, man. It's like being on a baseball team and having a 1-20 record. How do you think the team feels? But go ahead.
It's the New Orleans Pelicans, man. They are currently 5-29, and Vegas actually expects anybody to bet on them to win a game. Like, it's just obviously not going to happen. They're not winning for a long time. Right. They don't have the players to do it. They need players to play and not be injured. So, anyways, all right. Pretty standard 6-man match here, folks. we're going to continue the whole narrative of Damian Priest really wanting to get his hands on Finn Balor and just not being able to do so. Who knows? Maybe I'll toss him out of the Rumble or vice versa to continue this feed or get a little bit of a blue off on this feed. We will see. We will see. A mysterious symbol comes onto the screen, which is as obvious as anything. Honestly, man. As soon as you see the symbol, as soon as you see Pentagon symbol, the logo, and the teeth and everything like that, you're like, who else could this possibly be? At this point, if it's anybody but Pentagon, people will riot.
Milmertis.
Octagon is coming to WWE. Prince Puma returns to WWE. Just don't let him talk. Just don't let him talk. Netflix actually made that deal. They're like, look, we want him. No speaking, though. No speaking allowed. They'll bring in the guy from Squid Games to cut promos. He does better English than Ricochet.
Oh, don't get into this, please. Why are you putting me down, Squid? Oh, go ahead. Keep going. Yeah, it's Penta. Everybody we know it's Penta. Penta, yay. We can't wait. Actually, can't wait.
All right. Well, we talked about Ludwig Kaiser. Yay. So here's Ludwig Kaiser. He's here for a chat. He is a real star in European elegance, and he just wants Braun Breaker. But instead, he gets another European gent by the name of Shamus. Shamus is here to gatekeep for Netflix. That is really why he's on his way back. Let's just be real about it.
A lot of people like him, eh? I was surprised. We're very hard on Sheamus compared to what other people say about him. But here's an example. Let him win a couple of freaking matches and then make him relevant.
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, it also depends on like what you grew up with and what you like kind of shaped you as a wrestling fan as you were watching the product. And you have to remember how relevant Sheamus was in that mid state. Like he was a champion. He was always in matches. Like he was pushed as a face, pushed as a heel, all of this. So there's a lot of reason why people kind of grew up around Sheamus, that they like him. They like seeing him on the screen. It reminds them of good times. Just like, when we see Jesse the Body Ventura, we're reminded of good times too.
And he's a good old-fashioned wrestler. Like good old-fashioned style of wrestling. So yes. He's
a man's man. He's a beat 'em up guy. He's a locker room leader, all of that shit. You got to have him there. Rey Mysterio, same thing. As I'm talking about Rey Mysterio talking about Otis, getting a little pep talk in the background. Okay, that's cool. That's neat. All right. You know what's also kind of cool and neat?
Tim Hortons bringing back the maple vanilla donut.
They are?
No, not really. But no, you tell me. I was getting excited.
God damn it. The Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament semifinals round 2. Match 2.
Damn it.
And it is Lyra Valkyria. Yes, the more and more I say her name, the more ridiculous I'm going to say. Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky. And again, really good match between these two women. Really? I liked it a lot. It was fun. Absolutely fun. But listen, Randy, you're married, right? Someone?
Tuesdays.
Yeah, okay. You've got a partner or spouse or whatever you want to call. Do you ever have that fun thing when you're like, what do you want to eat tonight, honey? And she's like, I don't know. I'd like something new, different. Does it ever come? Does it ever happen?
No, I mean, every 2 days.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we have to find something that is new, that doesn't exist, for our women to be happy, to have happy stomachs, because we all know that a happy woman is one with a happy belly.
Yep.
Just like WWE was like, hey, we're going to try to do a fun new pin at the end of this match. We're going to reverse an O'Connor roll into some really strange looking bridge pin, which is done by Lyra Valkyria. And man, it does look sloppy. So that is my way of saying that Lyra Valkyria wins this match with some weird looking roll up, which is new and different, but doesn't necessarily mean that it is good or looks good at all. What?
The European clutch.
Oh my God. That sounds terrible.
I love me some Europeans, but that didn't look no European in part of it.
Listen, a lot of people out there would love to get their hands on Lyra Valkyria's European clutch, but this is not the way that they want to do it.
No.
Lyra Valkyria also got engaged over the holidays, too. So congratulations to Lyra Valkyria.
High school sweetheart. Good. Congratulations. Yes, that's very good. I like those stories.
Me too, man. Me too. Everybody was dogging on the guy. It's like, fuck you guys, man.
She's in love, man. She's happy.
She's in love. The guy's happy. The guy's got to be an amazing individual. And you know what? Fuck off, fucking internet. Terrible human beings that they are. Listen, we were expecting that this was going to be a good match. You have two of the, current higher rated female wrestling talents on WWE Raw, let alone on WWE. Lyra Valkyria got that huge push immediately. We thought that she was going to get the King of the Ring. She didn't. This IC title is for Lyra Valkyria, right? Like it's for Lyra.
Yeah, we all thought she was going to be Queen of the Ring because King of the Ring would have got her ass beaten. But
oh my God, Randy, being political correct with me over here.
Yes, again, great match. It was a good match, and again, the ending screws up everything for the whole match, right? So
it does.
I agree with you.
It does. I didn't like it anyways, but yeah, guys, we get a quick little video about next week's Tribal Combat. Okay. What fun weapons are we going to get in Tribal Combat? What do you think, Randy?
Coconuts?
You read my mind. I love you, man. I love you. Coconuts.
Bamboo
just all over the ring.
Pork.
Ooh, a gimmicked coconut that you put in between the turnbuckle and hold it there and mash the guy's head against the turnbuckle, and the coconut shatters.
A pig roast spear.
Ooh, I like it. Pig roast spear. Let's go. Anyways, Tribal Combat is coming to Raw next week on Netflix. And guess what, guys? It's not even the main event. That's how stacked this card is, because the main event is going to happen between Seth freaking Rollins and Punk. CM Punk and Seth Rollins are here to end the USA era on Monday Night Raw with a promo. Randy, what a choice for WWE to make their last segment on USA after these decades for Monday Night Raw a promo. And you have heard the rumblings, folks. You saw it last night. If you didn't see it last night, but you've probably heard the rumblings on the internet that this is definitely a candidate for promo of the year on, what is it? The second last day of the year. Randy, do you agree with that statement?
10,000%. This was absolute. This made the night a 5-star. And you know what? And yeah, I'll say it. CM Punk was the second best person in this promo because Seth Rollins hit this out of the park. He had all of Texas. Don't get me wrong, you heard some Seth Rollins fans in there, but this Texas crowd was a punk crowd. And boy, does he say a lot of truths. Old companies were named, old places, times, everything. And this was fantastic. Please explain. What did you think?
Big name drops. Name dropping Vince as much as you possibly can without actually name dropping him. Oh,
Bruce Pitcher. He loved you.
Yeah, he loved you. Stone Cold. Everything is brought up here, and Randy, you nailed it, man. Seth Rollins is the star of the show here, and CM Punk is the best supporting actor. Honestly, we forget how incredible Seth Rollins has been during all of these times, where we haven't had CM Punk, as far as being on the mic, and how he has really guided the product for the last year, really, show by show, episode by episode. And as he mentions in his promo, he's not going to be taking time off. He won't be there every second, every third week. You're going to see him every single week on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, hoping he stays healthy, of course, to do so. But man, Seth Rollins is just incredible, and this match is just a long time coming.
And you know what?
No one is taking their ball and going home for this one, man. We are all ready for the main event.
100%. And you know what? With this, people get excited, and we said something very common since we've done this show as well. When you put 90% truth into a promo, it makes that promo such more believable and relatable. And that's the biggest thing with this. Like him talking about CM Punk and Drew, about being money. And then CM Punk go, yeah, well, guess what? Guess he's trying to cash in next week type thing. He's absolutely correct on this. CM Punk has that ability to make this, every single feud he's in, that much better just by the talking. Sometimes you don't need to wrestle. WWE is about story and wrestling. WWE, we're the best tell the story and wrestle. This was incredible. And Seth did an amazing job. And if you're going to watch the show, just watch this. Like, I'm not saying the rest of the parts weren't good, but this was, we talked about a finish of a match on what it can do for you for the next time and set your next expectations. This was the finish of the USA era. And this promo wasn't even a match. It wasn't a roll-up. It was a conversation. And this what makes us look forward to next week.
Honestly, and when you think about the USA era of Monday Night Raw and WWE, when you think about the names that you've had there, the talent that you've had there, the Stone Cold Steve Austins, the Bret Harts, the Undertakers, all of these guys who are the Mount Rushmore of WWE, WWF wrestling, especially during Attitude Era times. CM Punk is trying to cement himself as one of those guys in the Mount Rushmore of this new era. Really, yes. If he hasn't already done so, Seth Rollins is just continuing to do. I don't know. Seth Rollins should already be there. I've said for years that Seth Rollins is top 5 in the planet as far as this business goes. And that's in between him, his title runs, losing titles, changing who he is, completely reinventing himself. The visionary of Monday Night Raw versus the Second City Saint is going to happen, and we are so ready for it. Hook it to our veins. This is a match that was probably going to be slated for WrestleMania originally, barring a Punk injury. What do you think?
Well, 100%, but can WrestleMania this year even top this next Monday Night Raw that's coming up?
Yeah. Expectations are being set ridiculously high for anybody who is just tuning in to Monday Night Raw.
And is it going to be 2 hours? I can guarantee you, folks, come listen to us next week, because this show is not going to be 2 hours next week. I can see it hitting the 4-hour mark. No offense,
it has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be. Like the card that they've put out there, the matches that they have, we can't rush anything. We really can't rush anything besides maybe the women's IC title match.
But do you need to, though? That's the thing. Now you don't need to. So I think, honestly,
you don't have commercials to play to mess with. Like, that's another thing that's going to be crazy too, is what's going to happen with these commercials.
SmackDown is going to be a 3-hour show. Raw can be anywhere from a 2-hour to a 6-hour show every single week. And that's so stay tuned with us. We're here for the ride. We put on our new shoes, new logos, everything else like that. I got a new pair of pants even. But yeah, the USA era is done. It's a new year. Eric, Happy New Year. Thank you for doing
Randy.
This with me in 2024.
Randy.
I could only have one other better co-host, but thank you for being number 2.
Yeah. Well, Randy,
you're my number 1, buddy.
You're just a dick. What a guy. What a guy who's razzing me on the last day of the year for 2024. But like I said, guys, I'm not changing anything about myself going into the new year. So I don't want Randy to change either. I always want Randy to razz me. I always want people to razz me. Listen, that means that you like me, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if that means that you're calling me a tranny or whatever you're calling me.
George McKay, you weasel. I'm playing. That's quoted from Gimpy.
Oh, man. Listen, we have a lot of fun with our listeners. Hopefully you guys listened to last week to hear a couple of our favorite listeners, Rob and Gimpy, come on to the show for the Christmas episode. And this was the New Year's Eve episode, guys. So, yeah, 2024 is coming to a close. And we did this show. We did this show for the year, Randy. It's crazy. I can't believe it.
100%.
We're still here, and we're here thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for listening to us this week and hopefully every week. Raw going forward is going to be exciting and new. No, it's going to be the same thing, but this next episode is going to be crazy and so much to look forward to. I'm Eric B. They call me the Raw Dog. Hey, just send me a message on Facebook anytime you want to. Randy, how can people go ahead and annoy you or just, send you pleasantries?
We're on the YouTubes. I guess we can get more comments now that I unblocked them. For some reason, there's a certain thing I blocked them. I had no clue that I did that. So yeah, please comment below in the YouTubes. That's youtube.com/@STRAWS. Facebook.com/Huge Pop Radio. Yes, I am adopted on X, or go to Huge Pop Radio on the X, the Twitters as well. Again, everybody, a happy new year. All the best in 2025. We got big things coming this way on STRAWS Raw. Share this, like it, subscribe, do whatever. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends' friends. Go out and put it on a sign and go on the street corner on the side of the highway and just tell people to subscribe. Don't ask them for money. Just say, hey, subscribe here. And they might just do that. Do anything that you can. But yes, Happy New Year, everyone. Eric B., Happy New Year. All the best in 2025. Can it get any better? I don't think so, but it probably will.
It can't get any better, Randy. Moo Dang has told us that it's not getting any better than this.
Nice.
Yeah. And what do you say?
You say your last line.
Okay. Well, guys, last time you're going to hear it here in 2024. So thank you so much to listening. Thank you so much for listening to me and Randy riff on for this entire episode. Until the next time, please take care of yourselves and each other and live your lives impactfully.
Live, laugh, and love wrestling.
Deuces!
Bye.
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end. You can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them. But bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. Bananas are a solid food that doctors now include in baby's diet. And since they are so good for baby, I think we all should try it. Oh! See.